Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, Shem Harakakadash, that bind us to the apostles, bishops, elders, the great millstone, who rule well and teach well. Shalom to all the sincere, Akim, Christians, truth, on faith, on the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the feast and sisters, the Akwafium, listen, learn, and being obedient to the husband at home. Say Shalom. Back at you with another lesson. Lord, only your heart desires this lesson be edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, Shem Harakakadash. This lesson I'm going to go into is basically centered around the topic of continuing, to wait, because as we can see, Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, is making his word, come to pass. I get that sense of popped up in my spirit. This is Isaiah 55. So I can turn 55 and verse. I started really. I jumped from verse 6. Isaiah 55 and verse 6. It says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found, call ye upon him while he is near." Yeah, and the brothers Anad and the brother Dom had made a live video, or they had went live yesterday about this topic of famine, famine of the word. Prophets know famine is coming as far as food, and water, but as well as the true famine, and where it's really gonna hurt is this word, man. Because this word, Yahweh Shem Yahushai's word is powerful. It has the power to save you, to deliver you, which, as the scriptures say, whereas Yahushua said, He's the word. He's the word. So it's symbolic word being symbolic, Yahushua, but it's the power to save you as well as to condemn you, man. To bind you up and you be a partaker, of the nuclear warheads, man. So the time to get, is now, man. The time to, to play around and have fun, we'll say that, for the kingdom, man. First and foremost, talking to myself, but as far as the time that we in right now, we don't have much longer of waiting until, something big pop off, and then the domino effect happens. And then the next thing you know we in Jacob's trouble. It's martial law. People ransacking each other's houses, neighbor versus neighbor, Egyptian versus Egyptian. And when that time comes, it's too late, man, to get the word, man. You're not going to be able to go seek out a prophet and ask, what's the name of the Lord? I didn't, you a false prophet or whatever, or something to that effect, or you left the truth, and then you're gonna try to, or I didn't mean it, and try to make amends or whatever. It's gonna be too late, man. The time of all that, is now, man. This is the time to get right with Yahweh Shem Yahushai first and foremost, man. Join a great millstone camp near you to soak up, Yahweh Shem Yahushai's word, man. Because if not, you're going to be like majority of these people, majority of 2/3, of our nation, who are going to be deleted over here on this side, Babylon the Great. I read it again. It says, Isaiah 55 and 6, it says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found, call ye upon him while it's near." It says, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. That's the point. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper, in the thing whereunto I sent it. And that remind me of a statement that Apostle Tahar made. I think this was months back, if I'm not mistaken, but it's been a while. He was like, you're not going to be able to say, oh, I could have done that better, dealing with the Lord's, judgment, man, and how, everything is about to play out, man. We reading, right now, but we're about to see, Yahweh Shemiah Shai's power, man, in action, man. And as the scripture say, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands, the living power, man. So the waiting that we doing right now, as far as waiting for Yahweh Shemiah Shai to destroy this place, waiting for him to send Yahweh Shai, and in that way, we're suffering. It goes into the word patient. We're suffering, man, like a patient. You go to the doctor, goddamn. Let me see. Or you go to the dentist or a patient anywhere, man. Any type of, medical, field or whatever. You're a patient, whatever. You go in, something hurting real bad. You'd be damn near, you don't be nobody in the waiting room, whatever. You can be the only one there, and you still gotta what? You still gotta wait, until, you gotta fill out these forms, you gotta fill out these papers, and all that extra stuff, man. And that's what we doing now, man. We patiently waiting, man. Standing on our watch, because we the watchmen, and we waiting, until Yahweh Shemiah Shai, speak up to us, man. But it's gonna come a time, with the Lord, he gonna show us power, man. And when those days come, we're gonna be, exceedingly glad and joyful that, he gave us, this truth, man. We're gonna be exceeding glad, that he brought us up out of this world, man. That he bestowed, this blessed knowledge, upon us, man. We even glad right now, but how much more, when we see all hell breaking loose, man, and no evil, we're paraphrasing, come near thy dwelling, man. We're gonna be, here it is, people are gonna be starving. We finna be in a time we're hearing, little ones crying, things of that nature. 1,000 on our left, 10,000 on our right, roughly paraphrasing. But no evil coming near us, man. Because we're going to have, Yahweh Shemiah Shai. You're going to have the angels. Like the brother said, we got our own specific angels around us, man. And they really going to be activated, in a time of Jacob's trouble. So the little bit of waiting, suffering, that comes with it that we doing right now, it's all gonna be worth it, man. Because what it is, what else is it to do, man? You got, here it is. This is statistically speaking, even if you have a bachelor's, even really a master's degree, man, depending on what type of field you're in, and if you even have a job right now, because the job market, is all jacked up. But dealing with that, you can't even really live comfortably, man, with a bachelor's degree, man. You know? And that's just what? That's just signs of the times, man. You got all these degrees not being considered professional, anymore, man. The whole Babylon the Great, man, this American dream, it's over, man. Ain't nobody saying about no damn American dream. You got these Edomites saying the American dream is over. And especially dealing with my generation, you go on Instagram, they got AI memes about, this boomer, generation buying a house for $10 and a damn shoelace, and now they want to sell it. The seller or realtor or whatever, it'd be like, okay, we can sell this house is marked up at $500,000. The older guy and woman like, we trying to sell it for $17 million. And you got the new generation over there just crying or whatever. But these are damn, I just lost my train of thought. These are these are telltale signs, of the end, man. Ain't no more getting your white, picket fence and all that, man. That's over with, man. That's over with, man. Ain't no more of that. Your white picket fence soon to come is finna be a fun camp, man. And it don't even matter if you speaking out, against the government. If you go over your carbon limit for that year or month or day, enjoy being thrown in the sea camp, man. That's the American dream, man. That's the what? That's the elite's dream, man. The elite's dream, but on the other hand, you got the what? You got the elect dream, man, which is actually gonna come to pass, man. And that's what we constantly hoping for, man. Because this hope, as the scriptures say, will not lead to fail. I think that's in Romans 5. If I'm not mistaken, the NLT version, man. This hope, will not lead to fail, man. Because the Lord, he says, is going to accomplish where he sent it to, man. So I just wanted to make, that, video on, waiting, man. First and foremost, speaking, it hurts, man. Then on the midst, you got, Satan, coming at you on all cylinders and sides, God, dog. Yeah, let me go and get in the house. These people acting like they don't know how to drive. Like I was saying, you got Satan coming at you on all cylinders. You got Edomites, you got 2/3, but scriptures say, constantly endure. We just gotta keep on enduring, man. Because it's gonna be a greater reward, man, compared to the suffering that we had to go through on this side, man. But with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders, the great millstone, who live worldwide and teach well. And shalom to all the sincere Akim, pushing truth, holding faith out the four corners of the earth. Detail, Bible, shalom.